the mood for some movement, and there's lots of movement in this story. Now, it's a story about a little puppy, and when I was a little boy, I had a little puppy called Winston, and he was a little black Labrador. And one day he was running round my feet and I didn't see him, and I trod on little Winston's tail. And when I looked at his tail, instead of being straight, it was snapped. I'd trodden on his tail and look, it was all droopy. And when we went to the vet, he said we can't mend it. So all his life he had a little droopy tail. Well, here's our puppy, but this one's called Winnie. And she has got a little problem. I don't know what we're going to do, but can you see her little tail will not move? It's stuck. Come on, Winnie, try, come on. Her tail won't go. It's jammed. She said, go and ask my mum, because mums always know what to do. Well, go and ask your mum. So she went to see her mum. There's mummy. And she said, Mum, my tail won't work. It will. No, it won't. It will. You just have to wait. When it's ready, it will move. But I want to move my tail now. Well, you'll have to wait. Well, Winnie did not want to wait. And she did something naughty. Should we go? She did something so naughty. She went out the front door and down the path and in to the field. And in the field was a horse. And the horse had a gorgeous tail. But she hadn't been looking after it. Look at the mess of her tail. It had got caught up in the hedge. But Winnie could see its tail. Swish, 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 swish. It was a swishy tail. So Winnie thought, I'm going to do that. Come on, Winnie, come on. Oh no, your tail's not moving. Well, the horse said, how stupid. As if puppies can swish. Oh, sorry, Winnie. So she was even naughtier. She went further into the woods, and in the woods was a donkey. And the donkey, I like the donkey's tail. Look at that tail. And her tail, you won't believe this, twirled to the right, twirled to the... It was a little twirler. Oh, Winnie, come on. Ready, go. Come on, Winnie, go. Nothing. Wouldn't move. Well, the donkey said, how ridiculous. Imagine if you twirled, you'd make yourself dizzy. You're not made for twirling. Sorry, Winnie. So then, this is really naughty. She went right up the hill where her mummy didn't even know where she was. And right up the hill was a sheep. And the sheep, oh look, the sheep's tail is lovely and woolly. And Winnie could see, it quivered and it shivered and it twitched. And oh, it was a shivery Oh, I like shivery, quivery and twitchy. Come on, Winnie, do shivery. Do twitchy. Do anything. Nothing. And the sheep said, I do not believe that you even tried. I do the shivery, twitchy. You do wagging. Winnie said, I can't wag. Oh. But then she went into, no, you won't believe this, children. She went into somebody else's farm, right next door and everything. And there was a cow. And the cow, oh, it's got my very favourite tail of all tails. Look at that one. But you know what the cow was doing? Flicking flicking, flicking, flicking. It was a flicker. What? Surely you can flicker. Come on. Winnie, try harder. Nothing. Oh, and the cow said, look, I'm really sorry, but we flick to flick the flies. Then she did something that needs a... She was so naughty, she went right down by the pond. And she knew she shouldn't. And down by the pond was the duck. Oh, and wait till you see the duck's bottom. Look at that for a bottom. It's all fluffy. But the duck was wiggling in the water. Oh, and Winnie thought, I want to wiggle. Nothing. And the duck said, look, I wiggle to move in the water. So Winnie just said, oh, I better go home. She said, which way? The duck said, I don't know. Which way did you come? I don't know. What, did you go this way? Did you go? I can't remember. Winnie was lost. And she thought, oh no, I should never have left without telling my mummy. But then, thank goodness, she heard a sound. Woof! Winnie's ears lifted right up. Woof! Winnie could hear it was her mum. And when she saw her mum, they kissed and they cuddled, and she said, Mum, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. I'll never leave home without telling you. I was really naughty. And Winnie's mum went, look. And Winnie went, what? Your tail. Oh! She said, I've never seen it do. And she couldn't believe it. And she said, Mum, I can't stop. And Mum said, that's what happens when you're happy. Look, I told you it would wag eventually. I know, but I didn't believe you. And Mummy decided to call Winnie a new name. She said, from now onwards, you're my little Winnie Wagtail. And you know what? She's not stopped wagging since. Now, I couldn't possibly let you go without a final bit of wiggling. So I'd like you to follow as I wiggle my bottom. First of all, we're going to do the horse. It's a swish to the left, it's a swish to the left, it's a swish. So that's the swish. Now we are going to do the shiver and the shiver of the sheep, the shiver of the sheep. Now we're going, I like this one. It's the cow. I flick it out to pull it in. I flick it out to pull it in. I flick it out to pull it in. Oh, now here's a hard one. Get ready. The twirl, the twirl, the twirl of the donkey. And last of all, a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. In fact, let's just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A wiggle, 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 wiggle. Well, I will leave you to swish, twirl, wiggle, flick, whatever you feel like, but get those bottoms moving.